Is it what I think it is, Henry?
I think it's time for a mystery hand, my man.
Yeah, 4x from Tollerene. He is out-chipped to start this hand, which probably throws away some of the more marginal, dusty hands, especially off of 40 big blinds or so.
Now, I have to ask, Randy, what is the idea behind the 4x from the small? Is this Tollerene's way of just kind of saying, look, if I am going to get involved in pots with you, I really want to get rid of your marginal holdings that can't afford to call 4 big blinds pre because you've got me covered?
Yeah, so obviously the immediate thing is when he does have a good hand, he's building the pot a little bit more. The main thing is he is out of position throughout post-flop. He's trying to negate that advantage, as if he was to make it 3x, Vogelsang is going to call a much larger portion of his range, and you know, it is very difficult to play out of position, you know, especially if you have a marginal-ish hand. For now, though, ace, king, deuce, 2 clubs. Big range advantage for Tollerene. However, the gut shot is in Vogelsang's hand, so he likely is never going to fold to a flop c-bet.
Cool. Comes with half pot, Randy, and immediately gets uncomfortable for Vogelsang because Tollerene, even though he's the one that's second in chips, out of position to Vogelsang, he's just kind of signaling to the chip leader, hey pal, do you really want to play a monster pot against me with a marginal holding on a board that favors my range over yours? Vogelsang wants to continue.
Yeah, so there's a big nut advantage for Tollerene given, you know, Vogelsang didn't raise pre-flop, hence why you saw the bigger c-bet sizing.
Deuce of hearts on the turn, pairing the board. 1.8 out there. How do we feel when you're in Tollerene's shoes about going for value when you've continued for half pot and Vogelsang's called?
I mean, a lot of your value now chops if you both are holding the ace. So there's definitely a lot of merit to kind of checking to induce from straight draws and club draws, but you need to rely on those hands to stab the turn when checked to, which I don't think you can too often, so I can definitely see reasons to still bet an ace right now.
Just north of half. 1 million to 1.8.
I mean, if Vogelsang had a king, this is already comfortable. He doesn't even have a king. An ace would obviously have to call, with the kicker being a king out there. I don't really see Queen Jack calling out of the barrel. It's a lot of his chips.
Given how polar the 4x is pre-flop, the trashier parts of Tollerene's range, surely Vogel not going to keep him honest here with just queen high.
It would be pretty bold to make a call of just Queen Jack high.
Get your guesses in the chat, by the way. What do we think? Has Tollerene got the goods, or is he just bullying the chip leader?
Wow, is Vogel calling?
Vogel just thinks he has the best hand, Randy.
Exactly. Of course, in case he doesn't, could draw to the 10. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, practically a blank. Unless his opponent somehow had ace 4.
So given that it's practically a blank, can we safely assume that if Vogelsang had the best hand on the turn, he still has the best hand on the river? And how does that impact his river decision now? I mean, the only hands, I mean, you mentioned, you know, a 4-3, a 5-4, maybe a 5-3 did get there in terms of improving on the river.
Yeah, but I'm not even convinced that Tollerene's going to 4x those type of hands, right, from the small blind. I feel like those hands is a little bit more likely in Vogelsang if they're clubs. It seems like it would be such a crazy bluff from Tollerene if he was to make it, and it kind of seems like he's going to do so, just because Vogelsang has a lot of ace-x that might just make crying calls, you know? I have no idea if Tollerene... Like, what bluffs is he taking with this line? Does he expect an ace to ever fold here? Like he's repping ace-king?
I don't know, Randy. All I know is
It's crazy, right?
it's Ben 86's world, and we're just all living in it.
Did Tollerene expect a king to fold the turn when he bet $1 million? I think that's a bit unclear. I think I'd be pretty surprised if Tollerene was bluffing the spot. But the thing is, he's sick enough to do so.
He's just got 6, 7 of clubs, bro.
That's insane if he does. He folds. What has he got? Is he going to show a bluff? Oh, my God. He got 9-5 of clubs through?
That's insane, man. This guy is an absolute stud.
That takes balls, man.
It does.
I got to give credit to Vogelsang for even calling the turn correctly with Queen Jack high as well. I mean, probably not all in, just to kind of, yeah, just leave a little bit back. Just in case, just more for balancing purposes, of course.
Oh.
Ace Jack suited. I feel like a collision's incoming.
Of course. Cold deck, four-handed.
All in.
It's good news for the other short stacks. Problem is, Vogelsang's got the goods.
Yeah, ace queen.
Seems like the easy one for Punat.
MUMI.
Here, Danny Tang on the rail, calling for a jack or some diamonds for his good friend Punat Punsri. Vogelsang just looking to hold. So far, so good. Some chop outs now for Punat.
Ace.
8.
Ace, king, 8, 5. Would have chopped it, but the ace queen plays on the 7 of clubs river. Vogelsang up to 5.2 million, Punsri down to 10. And now things really do shift.
1 second. Jack 10 suited.
4 million.
It's going in.
Yeah. Let's see. Makita's got Queen Jack, the dominating hand.
I have 250 behind.
The bigger stack. We've seen Makita just go for it, haven't we? If he feels that Queen Jack is doing okay against the button jamming range, is very reasonable. He continues. It's a 7 big blind jam, right? 8. It might be pretty close here with Queen Jack off.
Does also have Vogelsang
Puts in the call.
in the big blind.
Vogel's got ace queen.
Well, well, well.
It's just 3 ways. They're committed.
Are we about to see a double KO to get us heads up? There's the jam. Now, Randy, good luck solving this one. Brewer's got 250 back. There's just too much money in the middle. Surely here we cannot be thinking about potentially laddering
He can't.
one spot.
He can't because he's out of position to Makita, right? Like if he folds, Mikita can just fold, and then it's 250 versus 700k remaining stack. Brewer's first act, so he has to just call it off here rather than try to outfold Mikita. It's just literally impossible.
Like, we want to play for the win, right? Am I right in saying that? I could be wrong. I don't know. Like, are we just meant to be thinking about
How many timings have I used?
the ladder?
Okay.
It just wouldn't make any sense because
So I've used 2 now.
he folds,
Okay, yep.
Mikita can just fold, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
No, he can never fold this.
And then Brewer's going to be forced all in 2 hands' time, right? So, and surely the size of the pot, 1.4 million.
I mean, this would be a nightmare to see, you know, to see you folding.
Yeah. Ah! Actually, my equity's not that bad, yo.
You have like
It's
a-
not.
I have
He actually has more
I think I have like
than
a kinda
bats.
sneaky
3
amount.
ways. Randy, very rare situation here. Four-handed, we're seeing a 3-way all-in.
I mean, I have no idea if I have a folding range after you fold.
Yeah. I was scared.
And it's the guy that covers both players that has the best hand. So all Christoph needs to do is hold.
Dude has like 40% heal.
Just put a jack for us.
I don't
No
have
one with a
40% on this
diamond.
flop.
4. Let's have a 4. 3-way chop.
That'd be great.
3-way chop?
3-way chop would be hilarious.
I don't think Vogelsang wants that.
Ooh.
Wow, they're just both dead on the turn.
GG,
Ace of
Christoph.
clubs seals both Mikita and Brewer's fate. So just like that, we go from four-handed.
And then find a fold.
Yeah. But then
So
you might
heads
fold
up.
more too.
And now we have this 125k with 3 million up top. Shout out to Huang Wenji for taking down that main event. Jungle Man Dan came second for 3.5 million. And now we've got Punsri squaring off against Vogelsang.
We have something that could be of interest here. Bottom pair versus the flush draw. Definitely see Punsri just, you know, kind of protect his hand a little bit. Just a pair of threes. Check is okay as well. Looking to clear out equity. Clearly that's not going to work against Vogelsang's flush draw.
Question is, does Vogel play this one aggressively?
Probably not. Well, it looks like he is grabbing chips. It depends on how you play the rest of your ranges. You know, if you're check raise bluffing a bit more, then you want to be able to make some hands when you do get called. I suppose he's check raising some king X's on the flop. Otherwise, he's just too heavily weighted to draws or just pure air balls. Hand might not be over yet. It is kind of a big raise, 4x. But then again, like, the 3 could be good. He's got some decent properties for backdoors with the 7 of hearts. He's clicking it back. So he believes the 3 is a bit vulnerable, of course. And he blocks some of the value. So 2 pairs, basically.
A limped pot has turned into a 3-bet pot. On the flop, king 4-3, 2 hearts, and we have bottom pair against the jack high flush draw. 3.8 million in the middle. Ace of clubs on the turn. Vogelsang now picking up additional outs. What's going on, Randy?
Like, okay, so Punsri 3-bet back. 3-bet the flop?
Does he just has an insane read on the situation and just always puts Vogelsang on flush draws or some, 7, 5, 5, 6, but it feels so unlikely when he has the 7 of hearts in hand.
Yeah, clearly he blocked some of that. We are playing heads up, so there's a lot of the other garbage out there, like just more so. Regardless, though, I guess the question is, does he want to turn the 3 into a bluff? For him to have 3-bet the flop, like he's blocking value, basically, which is 2 pair. King 3, 3, 4.
5 seconds.
Oh, that's weird.
Check.
He checks it back. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. 2 pair. Vogel just has jack high.
Oh, what a river card for Punsri.
It's very disguised, of course. And Punsri's range looks pretty weak, man. He 3-bet the flop and check back that turn. Vogel might just try and represent like 6-5. I could see it.
Yeah, Punsri now able to absorb aggression a lot easier given this 7 of spades on the river.
Like Vogel has 6-5. He's got deuce 5.
Do the open-enders check raise flop, though? That is the question, right?
They might. They're more likely to the deeper they are, which they started with, 40 big blinds or so. They're less likely on 20 big blinds and less, just because they're not looking to get chips in. How many chips is he pushing? Is he pushing all of them, Henry?
It certainly looks that way, Randy. He's left 50k back. It's close to a 2x river pot effective jam. Punsri's river 2 pair is the best card in the deck for him, other than a 3, of course. But still losing to those flop 2 pairs that you were talking about.
I mean, he beats 3-4 if that's a thing, so a little bit of value he beats. He doesn't block the straights at all. Deuce 5, 5, 6. But his hand is so under-repped that he might feel very compelled to call. Like, Punsri could have, like, King, Queen, King, Jack that might have 3-bet the flop and be scared of the ace.
Yeah, and would a hand like 7, 5,
Says he
7,
can't
6,
fold.
the 1 chip flick in, can't fold, and Punsri has 18.6 million chips. Vogelsang is down to a quarter of a big blind, Randy, after running a monster bluff. And in Vogelsang's defense, on any other river, it just works. 7 of spades, one of the few rivers where Punat can just comfortably call off there. Any other river, it just works, man.
I think you're right. And obviously he had equity to just get there too because he had a flush draw.
So,
He's in. 10-3 offsuit. The plushie's happy.
number 1 on Thailand's all-time money list, 2-time champion with 64% equity, has the best hand. All he needs to do is hold. If he does, he's going to be joining the 3-time champion club, and it's looking pretty good on the King 7 deuce. Will be turning Vogelsang dead a lot of the time. No 10, no 3, and Punsri is champion.
He is.
6 of clubs
Thank you.
seals
Appreciate
Christoph's
you giving me
fate.
I think you're very, very good. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. Always nice
I love
to play
that.
with you. Thank you.
You love to see it.
They do.
The sportsmanship between Vogelsang and Punsri. And of course, the hugs from Danny Tang, Kiat Lee, Lun Lun, Michael Soizer. Punsri, the 125k 7-handed champion. Christoph Vogelsang, second place finish, 2,456,000. He's going to be heading back to the room, packing his bags. He's got an early flight, but he is picking up 7 figures on this trip.